Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where you can learn more about metrics of destiny. My name is Aksana, and in this video I will talk about Karmic Tail 61711. 11 is located at the very bottom of the matrix in this case, and in the center of the matrix you will find 13th energy. The center is called the character, some people call it comfort zone. So that's the area that shows what your soul likes to do when it feels comfortable, and also how you act in this life. But I will mainly focus on these three energies, 6, 17, and 11. So let's take a look at the main characteristics of the 11th energy. It's the energy of strength and potential, and out of 22 energies, 11th is the most powerful, the strongest. So when 11th energy is in balance, those people have leadership skills. They have ability to complete lots of tasks, and they're fast learners. I usually say that they have three batteries instead of one, and it's good to know that, because if you don't realize that you have more energy, more strengths, you tend to think that others can do exactly the same thing as you do. But that's not the case. People with 11th energy has more stamina, more potential, more strengths. They usually have strong body and spirit, so they both physically strong and they strong psychologically, and they have that strong spirit. Very often they have a low threshold for pain sensitivity, which makes them even more resilient. They have optimistic nature. Usually they're friendly, open to new connections, new challenges, and they're able to motivate and inspire other people. They they're able to help others to believe in themselves, to open their potential. And they also have the ability to charge other people with their own energy. So very often when you spend some time with the person with 11th energy and they are motivated, their 11th energy is balanced, you can feel like you also getting energized just by being with them. However, when this energy is in disbalance, it may give that uncontrolled aggression, even abuse, sometimes even physical abuse, workaholism, when they cannot stop working. So they actually work to the point when they're so exhausted that they can have trouble falling asleep. They're unable to relax and rest. And also, what brings this energies in disbalance is when the person invests all energy in one area of the life. Let's say it's work, or let's say it's family or partner or hobby, and so to bring it back to balance, they need to spread it, because they can do lots of things throughout the day. They can complete different tasks in different areas of their life. Also, pushing others to do more and faster, and achieving everything with force. Or there could be another extreme. If you remember, every energy has two extremes. So another extreme would be not believing in their strengths, even to the point when they have lack of energy. Sometimes they may look around that, okay, those people got tired, they're already resting, so why do I have to continue, keep working? And they kind of do the same as others, just sit on the couch, let's say, right? But this is not what they're supposed to, because they have, like I mentioned before, three batteries instead of one. So they need to use all of that strength, all of that energy. So they may change the task, but resting when they're not tired, resting when they still have lots of energy, isn't good if you have 11th energy. That's why it's recommended for them to do sports, because sometimes let's say they do their work, they play with kids, and they still have lots of energy, right? It's recommended for them to do sports, because if they're not using all energy, if it's still kind of collecting in them, they may start gaining extra weight. So this is, and when I talk about main characteristic, this is very short analysis. Of course, each energy has way more into that, but it would take an hour to mention everything. So I will just give a very short overview of each energy. So let's move to the six energy. And six energy with this karmic tail is located at the beginning of the relationship line. So it's an energy of relationships, unconditional love, and choice. I would also add beauty and comfort. So when this energy is balanced, six energy, people with six energy, they are very cheerful. They have soft personality. They're good at expressing their feelings, their emotions, their love, and they're being loved by others when this energy is balanced. They value peace, love, relationships, beauty, and comfort. So they're trying to make everything beautiful around them. They know how to communicate. They're very diplomatic, non confrontational. They love parties and celebrations. They know how to create contacts with people, how to communicate correctly to build relationships. And usually they have lots of connections. They know how to be a good friend and build relationships. They're very creative. They appreciate both inner and outer beauty. And they're able to do the right choice. So, six energy, it's also about making the choice. It's important for the people with six energy to make choice by heart, to do what they love, to communicate with people that they like, because if they do something they don't love, when they force themselves, this will bring six energy down. So know this, even if you not only have it in karmic tail, but also in relationship line, or your talents, or your finances, or your tasks. So with six energy, it's important to choose what you like, listen to your heart. When six energy is disbalanced, there may be lack of love and respect towards themselves, and people feel almost as there is am- inner emptiness, and they're trying to fill out that emptiness with attention, with love of other people. There may be a constant feeling that there is not enough love, that they're not being valued, that they don't receive enough attention from others. And this may bring them down. They may be depressed because of that, and things like that. Disbalanced six energy is also about dependence on other people's opinion and desire to please others. Well, desire to please others comes from that constant need for attention. So they're trying to please others in hope that they will, in return, they will receive more attention, more love. It's an ability to express feelings on other hand. So those people may close down. They tend to idealize people. They tend to overthink about relationships. They and when they overthink, and they add their emotions, they think what others feel, and it might be not the case, and so they may live in those type of illusions when they thought, or they may think that, oh, I like this person has this characteristics, but in fact that's maybe not the true. This may get them that tendency to idealize relationships and other people, may bring them to the point when they get disappointed later on. And there may also be lots of hesitation, difficulty in making a choice. So sometimes, and it also comes with that dependency on the opinion of other people, when they cannot make a choice without asking someone else or checking on the opinion of other people. Also, one of the negative characteristic of six energy is when the person is focusing too much on appearance and investing too much resources in improving the appearances. There could be to the point when They make plastic surgeries and trying to look better, in hope that once I look better, I'll get more attention, more love. And of course, that's not the truth. We all know that. The opposite of that could be not caring about how they look at all, which is also not good with six energy, because when it's balanced, people have a good sense of style. They see beauty. They can make this world more beautiful, which is a good thing. Okay, so let's move towards the 17th energy. And that energy is about professionalism, popularity, and creativity. So in this karmic tail, we have two energies that are about creativity, which is 6 and 17. It's important. I will mention that a little bit later when we talk about recommendations. So 17th energy is also called like an energy of the star. It's about being talented and showing that talent to others, being socially active. So, usually, when this energy is balanced, people are creative. They have idealistic mind. When they dream about something, they dream about maybe making this world a better place, or dream about some kind of idea of what they could do. Or they, let's say, like doing something and they dreaming of becoming popular or becoming best of the best, like a good professional. So balanced 17th energy gives ability to become a true professional and gain popularity. And here it's important to understand it doesn't have to be a popularity on like a global scale or on the scale of a country, right? When the person is like everybody knows him or her. 17th energy is also about being popular in, let's say, locally in your little town, maybe, or in the group of people. Let's say maybe in college, that could be like the best professor, or it could be even the best hairdresser, or it could be the best plumber. So this is about being the best of the best when people start talking about you and when they mention your name, when they recommend you to other people and things like that. So 17th is not only about talent where you go on the stage or you're showing up on the TV screen. This is also about very high quality work that someone may do. People know the name of who was doing it. And it's also about adding creativity to the process. No one will do better than this person. And it's also about that honest, sincere wish to do their job at the highest quality possible and share it with people. This is what 17th energy is about. Its ability to fulfill their dreams and earn on it. It's an artistic talent with 17th energy, balanced 17th energy. They're charismatic, they have a good sense of humor. And once they develop their talent, they can help others to develop their talents. And also 17th, balance 17th energy bring that bright life. So it's not like every day is the same. And no, the people live with the very interesting, not boring life. And when 17th energy is disbalanced, on one extreme, there could be low self esteem when the person is being too modest, when they hide from the world and they're not seeing talent in themselves and kind of live in a boring routine life. And another extreme is when the person maybe not even did, when he or she didn't do anything much, didn't grow professionally or didn't develop any talent, but they still feel like they're so special. They have that pride. They are raising about above others, not in a good sense. They have a look of a faded star. And usually this comes later in life when they live in sadness and depression and consider themselves unrecognized genius. So they feel that they have a talent, but they did not develop that talent. They didn't invest in that talent and didn't show it to the world. Another negative characteristic of 17th energy is when the person is being overcritical and envy those who succeeds. It's also about unfulfilled dreams. And also one of the indication that 17th energy is disbalanced is when the person has a fear of heights. So they literally just fear to rise in a good sense. They fear to they fear to be high above. Let's review common scenarios with this karmic tail. So the main task, if we combine all three energies, the main task with this karmic tail is for the person to do the right choice and start loving themselves, learn to love themselves, believe in themselves, and invest their tremendous energy in developing their talent. But what very often happens is that the person living an ordinary life, but very busy life, doing lots of work, because that 11th energy gives that potential of completing lots of tasks. So they can do what maybe two or three people would be needed to complete that, but they can do it by themselves. And they're trying to please others, and they ignore their own dreams, wishes, and talents. Other people, let's say maybe it would be, a hard position. So the boss of that person, of course, appreciate their work, and the boss doesn't want them or him or her to leave because they're doing a great job. And by the way, with this karmic tail, especially if you're older than 30 or 40 years old, you have probably completed lots of different things. You probably tried lots of things because 13th energy in the center gives that desire to change something once in a while, right? To change the job and to try yourself in a different areas. And you most likely notice that anything you start doing, you're doing a great job. Because this combination 17, 11, 13, it gives lots of strengths, lots of ability to complete things on a high level. So the person you report to, let's say, they don't want you to leave, right? So because you're such an excellent worker. And this situation is very good for them, but isn't so good for you. And if you continue living this way, if you continue living this very busy but ordinary life, eventually you start getting depressed. You start having that faded look, you feel burnout, there is lack of enthusiasm, and you may have outbreaks of aggression occasionally because, these energies are going down in 11th energy. When it's disbalanced, it may give those outbreaks of aggression. And over time, you may become very critical, dissatisfied with your life. And it can even progress to developing a bitter personality. With 13th energy, people are very straightforward. Once they are being annoyed too much to the point when they can be very harsh with their tone. So over time, this situation, if you keep ignoring your wishes, your talents, over time, you may develop that bitter personality. And of course, this will push people away from you. And you will consider their behavior as a betrayal. That very often, when the person is ready to move with his or her passion and talents, there may be tasks that they have to go through. And the task looks like, let's say the person made a decision. Okay, enough is enough. I always wanted to be this, or I want to always wanted to draw, paint, or sing, or something else, and they start moving into that direction, there will be some obstacles. Let's say they can get a raise or promotion, so there is something may happen that will require more effort from them. So they will be tested whether or not their decision is firm. However, if they continue, if they go through those obstacles, there will be lots of help for them. They will be rewarded later on. And also wanted to mention that another scenario that's possible when all of these energies are disbalanced is when the person does gain popularity and recognition but cannot hold it. So becoming a star that shines only for just a moment. But they continue to live with that pride, with that crown on their head, and expect others to admire them. Of course, they don't see that recognition and admiration anymore, and this will also brings them down, and there will be that faded look, faded star, and they will feel themselves as unrecognized genius. And also, when the parent has this karmic tail, being as a parent, that person didn't develop any talents, right? Didn't open the potential of this karmic tail. So they may drag their children into developing activities in hope that their children will develop talents. And in that situation, there may be a great resistance from the children, or even maybe to the point when they hate those activities. Or if you are a parent and your child has this karmic tail, it's of course important to support their interests, their talents. All right, so what are the recommendations for those who have this karmic tail? Well, of course, it's to develop your unique skills, to find your passion, your talent, and polish it like a precious stone, to be active socially, not to hide from people. And sixth energy and 17th energy are about being active socially, and also about being creative. So it's good if you sharpen your professional skills, thus becoming the best in that field, and go out and shine. I also wanted to mention that with 17th energy, very often a hobby that the person has from maybe from a childhood is developed into their profession. It could be maybe dancers or painters, somebody who has the talent from the childhood, but over years they sharpen into just a brilliant professional, brilliant star. It's also important to understand that you should not fall into despair. Be open to a change. Your 13th energy will require you to transform, to change. And if you feel you're getting into your feelings are getting down and you've been kind of depressed, it's good for you to change something, maybe to even change a haircut, to change a job, to change your to move somewhere, or start a new hobby, something like that, because 13th energy doesn't like routine, doesn't like boring, same thing every day type of life. So, and once you, let's say you start learning something new or a new hobby, and you feel like, or you're doing some type of job and you feel like you reached the ceiling, move on and learn something new, or do something to reach the next level. You shouldn't stay on the same level for too long. This will drag you down. Also, of course, learn to love yourself, to fulfill yourself with that love so you can share it with others. rather than searching it outside from someone else. Work on healing your self esteem to be independent of other people's opinions and actions, and believe in yourself. And don't forget to dream, because 17th energy is about dreaming, is about, some people may from outside they may think it's so kind of naive or way not realistic, but some crazy dreams do come true. And there are so many stories when everyone around was saying this is impossible, but for a person with 17th energy, it is possible. Try to overcome fears and obstacles to go your own way to fulfill your dream. And if you're not happy with what you're doing, look around, see what's your passion, see what's your talent. And once you reach popularity and high professionalism, remember not to let your ego put in a crown on your head. So the 17th balance, 17th energy, it's about being a star, but it's not about acting like I'm better than anybody else. And avoid criticizing others. If you find yourself in the position where you kind of look at success of other people and you being very critical, and those people may not be as talented as you are, so if you find yourself in that position, just know that you need to stop, and you need to invest your energy in developing your talents rather than focusing on someone else. Also, try to avoid pushing yourself and others to the limit when you're exhausted. If monitor those situations when you are unable to stop and relax, and you continue working, and don't push others, don't expect others first of all to complete as many tasks as you do, because for others it may not be even physically possible. And if you do get to that point and you get insomnia, that's the one of the signs that you need to stop and you need to relax. And for 11th energy, it's a good recommendation to take care of your body. Implement relaxation practices into your life, and you'll benefit from any type of sport, hiking, meditation, body massages, spa, and things like that. So, what is the potential of this karmic tail? Once all three energies are balanced, there is a high chance for you to becoming popular and successful by doing what you love to do and what you're good at, helping others to develop their talents and to shine once you develop your talent, and becoming an example that many people try to reach, and having that bright life that everybody is looking at and like, wow, if that person could do that, maybe I can do the same. And this happens naturally once you know your self-worth and no longer expect evaluation and praise from others. And people always reach out to those who sincerely give their talent to others. And in return, as a reward, you get satisfaction with your life. There are no more feeling that something isn't right, and a chance of making a good living with your talent. I wish you the best. I wish you to find your passion, to develop your talents. You can do it and you can be really good at it. I hope you like this video, and please check out the description for this video for any additional information and announcements. And if you would like to support my channel, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.